Hey everyone, my name is Gerald and I'm the creative director here at Ensemble Group, and today we're talking about some of the benefits of working with an agency like us versus a one-man shop. First off, there are definitely benefits to working with a one-man shop. This isn't meant to bash any of those. We just want to share some of the things we've experienced over the years. This comes from working with a ton of clients, some that came over from working with one-man shops. What we found were that clients' needs were eventually outgrowing the abilities of whoever they were working with before. So let's talk about some of the downsides of working with a small one-man shop versus the benefits of working with a smaller agency like us. So downsides of a one-man shop, and again, these aren't meant to bash any of those. In fact, you might be able to avoid some of these if you do some research on who you're planning to work with. If they have a great track record and fit perfectly with your business, then go for it. Okay, downsides. Downside number one, and this is probably the biggest one. One-man shops sometimes just disappear. It's true, you should hear how many times we're approached by potential clients that say they were working with a one-man shop or one developer, a website guy, and they just stopped answering emails and stopped answering phone calls, and things like that just happen. And when that does happen, it's a bad place for your business to be in. On top of that, we're all human, and sometimes we get sick. If your one-man shop guy gets sick and you need something done pretty quickly, well, you're out of luck.
The only store you could buy a new suit in has got the flu. You get that? The whole store got the flu. So I had to get this in a second-hand store.
What about vacations or leaving town? We all need breaks sometimes. If the one-man shop you're working with decides to take a break, the timing might not be right for something that you guys are working on. So how are these downsides avoided with an agency like us? It's pretty simple. We're a team. There's always someone here to answer your calls or your emails. We're not all leaving town at the same time, and if there's one of us that's sick, there's others here to help. Downside number two, limitations. Most, not all, one-man shops specialize in one thing. And sometimes, you know that phrase, jack of all trades, master of none? It's true in most cases. If you have a one-man shop you're working with that's claiming they can do it all, they probably can, but it won't be done well. And if they're outsourcing some of your needs, there's a whole lot of problems and issues that come with that. So what about those one-man shops that focus on that one thing that they've mastered? That's great, but eventually you're probably going to outgrow them as your business grows. Projects sometimes evolve while they're in progress, and if you have a new need or you need to pivot something in your project, one-man shops sometimes aren't able to adapt to that.
Pivot! 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 Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
So how are these downsides avoided with an agency like us? Hey. Thank you. We have a diverse group of individuals who all specialize in their own things. We're talking about designers, developers, app developers, software developers, all kinds of things. And if your project has new needs or decides to pivot during the process, we can accommodate that. So let's pivot and talk about three huge benefits you get when you work with an agency like us. Number one, I said it before.
We're a team.
That comes with huge benefits.
You get an entire team of professionals
working on your project.
Benefit number two, access to more resources and tools. As an agency, we have the benefit of investing back into the company to get the right tools and resources we need to complete your project. Benefit number three, this one's probably the most important one. We are a problem-solving machine. If you really think about it, problem-solving is at the root of every project we're pitched. You don't have a website. Your website isn't working the way you want to. You don't have a brand. You don't have a video. You don't have the software that you need. You need someone to help develop an app for the idea that you have. These are essentially all problems. So when you work with an agency like us, you have every single one of our brains working to solve those problems. So that's our take on agencies like us versus small one-man shops. There's definitely a good time and a place for one versus the other. The thoughts we just shared are from our experience in this space for 16 years, creating websites, brands, software, apps, anything you need. If you have any questions about starting a project with us, send us a message through Facebook or our website, or just give us a call. You can find all those details in the description of this video. That's it. On behalf of myself and everyone here at Ensemble Group, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I did a. Oh, that was a no T smile.
I'm gonna sit up straight.
A project or projects? Okay.
Project. We gotta get a for one first.
Okay.